Gemini has added the ability to branch your chat. So if you've used the branch chat feature in ChatGPT or Claude, this works pretty much the same way. If you haven't, let me walk you through it really quickly. So first off, you just go to gemini.google.com. Then you usually have to log in and you'll get to this screen. And what you do is you put in a prompt for something. It doesn't really matter, but you have to have a prompt. So, I mean, starting from this screen doesn't really do anything. So you have to have a prompt. Let me go to one that I already have in here because there's no point in making you watch this whole thing go through. But once you have a prompt, an existing conversation, and it can be one response from Gemini, it could be 10 responses from Gemini, it doesn't really matter. But you have to have at least one. And then you come down to the bottom of basically where you want to branch. And branching just means that it's going to take your chat, your conversation, and it's going to split it up into two conversations. So this is something that you generally do if you want to explore multiple directions for something. So it's like, what if I go left? What if I go right? What if I take the pro position? What if I take the con position? What if I buy? What if I sell? Anything where you want to basically take your conversation and make it two conversations. And you can keep like two opposing things in one conversation. The potential downside with that, especially with Gemini, is if the conversations get too long, it starts to forget things, and then you start to exceed context windows. And even if you don't exceed the context window, if the conversation gets too long, it just starts forgetting things. It gets really clunky. And even if it doesn't forget things and you get maybe 10, 20, back and forth chats into the conversation, like remembering where you want to go back to, it gets really messy. So branching it can just give you a really clean break point, and then you can go, 20 chats on this one and then 15 chats on this one, but it just gives you a really clean breaking point. So anyway, so now I have a chat in here, and then if I want to branch here, I click on this little more ellipsis, like the vertical ellipsis here. And then there's an option right here to branch in new chat. And you click on this and then it'll make it into a new chat. Again, I already did this on here. That's why it has the little to branch down here. But if I expand the menu, this chat that I'm on here is Gemini's visualization features something. And then when I branched it, it made this chat here, and it starts with branch, and then Gemini's visualization. So let me click on that one, and it's the exact same thing, minus the different title, but it's the same prompt up here. It's the same response. And the whole thing with this is now I can take this in a different direction. So if this one I want to take the con position, like the against position, and I can ask it whatever question, and then I can either go to the other one, the original one from here, or I can go from the side menu. And then if I click here, you see the title up top here. This is different now. The branch is gone. So everything else is going to look the same, but now I can go in here and I can take the pro or the for position. Like, hey, let me ask this. So it's a really straightforward feature, but basically if you have something where you want to explore multiple positions, and you don't have to stop at two. It's like I can just come in here. Let's say I have three things I want to explore. I already have the two branches. I can just come in here and I can branch it again. And now I have another branch. And if I go over here, I have the original and I have branch and branch. I would probably want to rename this. So it's like at least I would make this like, I don't know, branch 2, just so I can tell the branches apart. But it's like, this is the original, this is branch 1, this is branch 2. And maybe I have 4. I can come in here and I can just keep branching these and making new chat. So if you do something like, I don't know, the 6 thinking hats, you can take whatever thing you have and then branch it 5 times and then explore each of the different hats in a different branch. But put in whatever your prompt is, get a response back, and then at whatever point you want to branch, click on the more ellipsis, click on branch in new chat, and then you will have a new chat, a new branched chat in your left menu here. Again, I generally recommend renaming it, especially if you have more than one branch, because they will just name it the same thing. They'll both just be called branch, and that gets really confusing. But I would rename it something that makes sense for what the branch is. Again, if it's a pro and con, I would say like pro position thing or con position thing, but that you can choose your path. But Gemini does now have a branch chat feature. So if that's something that you've been waiting for, you've kind of been working around, you don't have to do that anymore. So try it out and ask us questions if you have them, and we will see you next time.